Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the gameplay showcase of Hogwarts Legacy that just premiered, and I can't believe I haven't talked about this game on my channel. So I'm gonna react to the showcase and we'll talk about it later. Let's go. Alright, give it to me raw. Come on. Great. Is this in the collector's edition? I don't think so. Because we have seen this, I think. Not that. God damn. It looks great. Dynamic weather.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager here at Avalanche Software, and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today.
Are there going to be more?
Before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to
I don't really think I want to see more after
we have
this.
Our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged. Yes.
One half of Expecto Go,
Yeah.
James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And I am one half of Expecto Go, the other half, my wife Sue.
Sir, get to it.
Represents
Come on.
the other half. So
should I
I'm
skip?
excited
I
to
don't
be
know.
Here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just got to say that.
Welcome, thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together, the magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston Madsen. So
You did a
thank
good
you
job.
for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay. So what we're going to be showing you today, first, the character creator, because it's your legacy, and you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts.
Let's go, character creation.
Show you that character creator. Then we're going to dive into a tour.
People were worried that it might not be there because when they first showcased the gameplay reveal, it was just one character. But then news came out, and then there was that Adobe showcase, and you could tell like there was a section, and I'm pretty sure the selection of a house can be done on the character creation, unless they show us that no, you're actually going to get sorted, which I don't think that would be the case.
Tour of Hogwarts, and it's just a small tour of Hogwarts, right? Because Hogwarts is huge.
And also the news that
Hogwarts
came out
is
that you
really
could
big.
link your Podkey account.
So, we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So,
Okay.
and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste
Yes.
of combat, a little taste of how
Yes,
all
thank
that
you.
works.
Let's go, let's
just a
go.
I
little bit.
really wanted to see that.
So we're excited to get there. But again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So
All right.
Andrew,
Hands
who
on.
is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today, is going to be handing you the controller.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything. All right, so what are we looking at
Okay.
right here on this screen?
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all of the other tabs let you dial that in.
That's the model that
our goal
was
with this is to
previously
make
used
sure
in
that
the
for anyone that
showcase.
fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for
Yeah.
the very first time,
Yeah.
that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are. And
Great, we have a lot of
essentially bring
options.
themselves
We
to
have
Hogwarts or whatever character
a lot of
they
options.
Hogwarts.
when it comes to
Oh my God,
presets.
and options galore.
Yes.
Do you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
This is all about you
Okay,
today.
okay. All right. So, okay, yeah, that's me. We're here. That's me right there. All right, so that's step one.
We're pretty close, but let's look
In-game
at
footage,
let's
work in
look at it right
progress.
here. You know,
Let's go over
play
here.
around with some of these options.
I like the menu,
All right, so what are
the
we looking at
cards.
with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here.
So can we
you
manipulate?
now you're
the
just kind of getting into
faces?
the details in
Yeah.
your face shape, in your skin color, and then because
Probably
you know a lot of
not.
people going right in are going to want it right away. Even
Yeah.
though it's an option later in the game,
Yeah.
you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front if
Mhm.
you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Oh my gosh, look at the structure of the faces with this. Wow, you guys thought of.
So in-game
I
customization.
like that. I don't think my
You can
face is
change your
that
drip.
sexy, but I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go that route.
I like that.
And down here is this.
your
Glasses.
glasses
This
there.
gla-
Yeah.
Oh, so we started. We could go Harry Potter if we want. Awesome job. Oh man, and
Hmm.
this is just some of the options. I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through
moving
the course of the
forward?
game, there's a lot of different options that you'll keep unlocking.
Okay.
So as part of kind of like gear for the character,
Okay.
there's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things over the course of the game.
I like how it's all Victorian era, though.
Yeah,
Like,
right
it's
up front.
very
Such a good
authentic.
call. Such a good call. Oh my gosh. All right. So now, oh my.
The
God, we
hairstyle,
can go
yeah,
sleep on
sure.
this one with the hair. Oh.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming
So
about
I'm not
my
seeing
different
manual
characters.
customizations. It's just a bunch of
I think
presets,
I'm
which
always amazed by whenever I see any aspect
that's fine.
of Hogwarts Legacy's character creator is just the texture. And like you even
Yeah, the
have
hair looks
bounce of the
great.
hair moving around.
Their
it kinda looks like
physics,
Hermione a
yeah.
little bit.
It looks great.
I'm not even gonna just I'm not afraid. And we can just go. Can I go like Tonks purple or green a little bit?
Absolutely.
Oh. Yo, this is so cool. Oh, I like that. That is
Yeah, it's a lot of
cute.
options, so I'm not that disappointed. I mean, I would like manual adjust. Maybe we'll have it in the next, but I don't think that looks like scars on like the face stuff. And we don't have manual customization. It's fine. It's fine. The options are
It's a myriad
plenty.
of textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now
Great.
we can over here to play around with
Tattoos.
some of the-
These are more subtle options. We've
Okay.
got
Okay,
freckles,
yeah.
moles,
Alright.
different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes,
Mhm,
maybe like
mhm.
some shading on the cheeks.
Oh man, you guys literally thought of everything with this.
I do have a bit of fun with that. And then the scars are one of those options where, Harry had his own unique scar,
Yeah.
but you can come in with different
Yours.
scar options.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny how they're like, "Oh, you guys really thought of everything," and
wow.
that's.
Look at
This is
that.
not everything. We have much better character customization tools.
The eyebrows.
Yeah.
But
Love
this is
Yeah,
plenty
look at
for
that.
what kind the game it is.
Kind of just like tough.
But I would have liked
Over
one
here.
more menu where you could just go ham and sculpt your own face, change it,
This is so
manipulate. But this is good. This is
Again,
good.
Getting more subtle here, really like dialing in that face to really get your.
But
I don't know
there
how,
is
I
that
wanna be facial
argument
I was
that
just like, yeah,
if this game is supposed to be you and you're gonna play this game as yourself and immerse yourself, you want to make a character that you can put yourself in,
This final tab here,
and
this is where you kind of
that
bring your whole
amount of
character
manual
together. This is where you
customization
finalize
would
everything.
be
You're not choosing your house
nice.
here.
Okay.
That's not
But
yet.
That was a theory.
It's okay.
But here's where you bring you choose voice 1 or voice 2.
Oh
so
no!
masculine
So
or feminine
yeah,
voice.
there is no. You can't choose your house like that. That
The pitch slider.
difficulty
It's a subtle slider,
voice.
Yeah.
but you can hear it.
Concerned about. That was quite something.
And so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want. You'll be selecting your difficulty here.
Mhm.
For today, we'll
Okay.
just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's going to be taking us through some of the experiences with combat.
And we can
Which
talk a little bit
wizard?
about difficulty,
What does that
with,
mean?
with combat and how that
Dormitory.
plays in.
That is
But
a
I
big
think the
So,
important thing
will
here is,
that
like, if,
allow
if
me
for
to
people
be
who aren't
in the
gamers
women's
especially,
dormitory
there's a
or
way
the
to get
guys'
into this without
dormitory,
being
right?
worried about, like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this game. It's,
And I will put expecto and then go. We're good. We're good. Awesome.
No, I don't want to. I'm not really like
With
listening to them. I mean, I kind of am, but
creator, we're good.
I know what they're
Good.
talking
I'm like, yo,
about.
let's explore Hogwarts.
It's not like they're
and-
talking about something
All right,
super.
through the magic
I would
of,
rather judge this
using-
game on
using
my
a dev
own.
Kit, we're gonna be loading up a save a little later in.
I don't really
so
trust
that we can
developers
show you
these
more
days.
about Hogwarts and give you that taste of
But
combat.
this has so
All right,
much
Andrew's got
promise.
some gameplay
There we go.
For us here, we are starting out. James, there you are. You're wearing the House Fanatic robes from the account linking.
Thank you. I do look good. And this is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
dorm room,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So they didn't show how you can sort out your house. What the fuck am I saying? Okay,
What do we see
Okay.
right here with the UI? 'Cause
maybe there's a questionnaire in the game. I do wanna have that scene of us putting on the sorting hat. I would like that, but let's see. Oh, yeah, the map. There's a very GTA style map. R2. Let's see. R2, L1, potions, minimap. So this is kind of an open world, which, fuck, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that. Like open world in Hogwarts. Mwah. And what can you ask for more? You can't ask for more. Come on.
Right now, we know there's been a lot of questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it.
Because they're talking about it.
So, kind of going over it from right to left.
Okay, be patient with me. I'm not gonna pause too much now, but yeah, I do want to talk about it because this is a long video, and if I do the reaction and then I talk about it, it's gonna be too long of a video. So I do want to talk in between, and I'll analyze it, and I'm paying attention. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Left on the bottom right.
Okay.
This is the first time we're showing it. So, kind of going over it from right to left. On the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mhm.
So those are everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over
Mhm.
20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course
All
of
right.
the game.
Okay. Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly.
You said 20 spells.
To the top left of that,
20
slottable
spells.
spells that you can earn are everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course
Over
of the game.
20.
Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them
Okay.
very quickly.
All right.
To the top left of that is you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball.
I do not like how the minimap looks though.
So the eyeball is an example of one of not a slottable spell.
Not a
but
big
what we
fan,
call
but
a
it's
special
fine.
Spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all
Mhm.
times.
Uh-huh.
And Revelo is one of those. That's
Okay.
left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so
Okay.
right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like
Okay.
what are all the spells? And
Yeah,
what
makes
can we
sense.
I would
do?
like spoilers, but I,
know.
understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies.
Hey!
And then on the left side, that thing that has the L1 button next to it,
Uh-huh.
that's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of brewing and growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There are
Let me
a few
turn on the subtitles just in case.
things that I left off the table on the right. The green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it.
Okay.
That's how you might heal.
Mhm.
The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And all the way on the left is our mini map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently
Yeah.
in your common room that updates as you travel through Hogwarts and beyond out into the world. And for those fans out there that aren't a huge fan of mini maps, because we know they exist, there's also options to remove the mini map
Oh,
and
cool.
Thank you.
honor off different elements
Cool.
of
Okay.
our HUD.
Good.
Really immerse
Good.
yourself. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's what you're seeing there. And this is our HUD.
Also, Andrew's giving us.
I mean, I love that it's not cluttered from above. The fact that it is not cluttered from above, because a lot of games have HUDs on like the top, and it is very distracting because you're looking at it every time you're trying to go to a mission or you're like navigating. I feel like it's better to keep it down, and yeah, and also I see that the interaction thing that is very unintrusive. It's just a dot when you come close to things, and then it shows up. Okay, press the button. I appreciate that, and not everything is glowing. It adds to the immersion.
A good look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Very nice bedside tables.
They are.
Also, it looks beautiful. The room looks
Colored
great.
was mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
It's part of lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're walking out.
Wow.
Into
Oh,
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that back
beautiful, beautiful.
sort of feel.
And the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Calling out here, this is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different.
Uh-huh.
That is entirely intentional.
That is great. Such attention to detail. Wow.
Room in every single house, just a little bit differently. So you can customize that experience right away.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, that's so awesome. Look at that.
Oh,
Beautiful
we have that
design.
model.
We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the Common Room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
Mhm.
This
It's
this
beautiful.
all the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The round doors, the hanging vines, even the dancing badgers on the fireplace.
That's great. They actually, man, you love to see it when the people working on a game are actually fan of the source material and they're trying to adapt it as faithfully as possible. We'll see, but it seems like they really care, and I really appreciate that because I care. I love Harry Potter.
It's got a real earthy vibe.
Yeah.
It's very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses, right? Like
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water. We
Wow.
really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
I appreciate
Those
that.
earthy, we go
The
earthy
artists who
vibes,
worked on
that's
this,
what we were- Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah, it does.
I
It does.
I do wonder how we're gonna handle NPC interaction because they look to be kind of dead inside. So we'll see how
I
that
know
works.
you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Like, can you approach to them and have a little bit of dialogue?
Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just music, but
Wow.
hearing how Hogwarts is now, it's so cool.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use
Wow.
of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use
Is
the
that
radio
alcohol?
here, 'cause There's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something.
Revelio. Oh wait, I want to see that
Right
again.
here.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use Revelio right here.
Okay,
There's a
there
little
was that
magic
visual
going on.
cue.
Notice a little something.
Field guide page.
Yeah.
To enter the level, one must tap the barrel.
These are something that we
One must enter the barrel. Two from the bottom middle, the second row in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff, and Aaron tap will result in. That is great. I mean, do we have to do that every time? That's kind of cool, but I don't know if that. I mean, how many times we're gonna be in the. I don't know. If it's like a Hogwarts simulator, and you have to like go to sleep and wake up and attend classes and then do your main story stuff, we might get to see the room again and again at night. But I don't know if it's that deep, so we might not have to visit the room all the time. But I might be wrong.
kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
Mhm.
And you can also see that we
Maybe
advanced
just
something
lets
called like a
us
field
enter
guide challenge.
without doing that.
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk about that a little
It
bit.
just looks like a
So
collectible, not
we had
really.
to ask ourselves, what? Eh?
Yeah?
Continue, I'm sorry. Continue.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Yeah.
But in our game, we had to
Oh,
ask
what was it?
be something. What? Eh?
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask
Oh,
ourselves.
that was a
what,
Revelio.
eh? But in our game, we had to answer the question, you know, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay. Okay.
And so we have an
Oh,
answer
that's
to that
cool.
question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before we push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide. And you can see your house kind of
Right
crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
Right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that the field guide has this magical
Guarantor.
property of looking out into the world around you. And the
Mhm.
reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids.
Mhm.
And its magical property is to
Justifying
discover
the gameplay
different opportunities to learn
mechanics
and grow all around you.
with
So the
lore.
way it works is, as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges, quest challenges,
Wow.
exploration challenges.
Mhm.
And you can see field guide pages are on there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
that entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school
Mhm.
and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that
Okay.
you're actually going
So
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells.
Mhm.
And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of purchase in Hogwarts alone.
That's fun.
To the grand staircase
Yeah.
here. We're not gonna.
Circular staircase.
All
to
the
match
torches.
tower.
Grand
And I
staircase.
did notice the flue flame just ignites
Uh-huh.
right there, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
God
man.
damn.
Travel points there.
That looks.
House hourglasses.
Wow.
We had to. How much fun was it designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous,
there?
but
But
that they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod
Yeah.
to lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay
Again,
system, but it's definitely present in other
Referencing the
games.
lore.
And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems, but
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Yeah, I
Over
appreciate
to the
that.
right
Part of the
there,
Wizarding
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall.
Hall.
Tells you
So
they
once
care.
again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Wow.
Cool. Cool.
Here's another collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you can
Like field guide
go
pages.
and
Okay.
pick up and
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
we
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those.
Ooh,
so.
performance.
And this
Um,
must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put in this is kind of it. I get surprised by it all the time.
Oh god, like oh god, it looks so good. The textures look great. The amount of detail they've put into the environment is very commendable. Again, I'm not like the biggest lore buff when it comes to Harry Potter, but I can appreciate what's going on and their love and appreciation for the content.
That was
Team
the thing.
Magic Castle. So
Oh man. And we're going out. Look at that.
Ah,
Kind of
let's
congregate,
go.
kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside of the Great Hall before and after meals.
Wow. Wow.
And I love the way that when the castle interconnects to
Looks-
that it
look at that.
interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really
Looks
get
so good.
a sense of scope
Yeah.
to how big this
And,
castle
and
is.
when you see things like you'll notice a bridge over there. That's a place you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
we tried
Wow.
we put a lot of effort in making it feel really alive.
Wow.
Not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's
Yeah, it
Scotland.
does
Yeah.
look
And this castle's
alive.
been here for hundreds of years, so it just kind of the moss and all the trees that have overgrown it, and
Oh my gosh.
that landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
I thought
Aw.
I recognized it. I believe this is from the spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is
Wow.
taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on. We
Now,
can't
I'm getting
spoil
lost
everything. I
in
gave you everything.
the video and I'm forgetting to talk about things. Wow.
Oh my god.
But this is this grand entryway right here coming down into a really kind of central area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
Can we
This
see
is
a
Big
quest?
hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost.
Like this is, I really appreciate that we can just like roam around, and I feel like this is more of a So I don't know how are they gonna approach classes. Is this gonna be like a quest, or because as a school the classes are going to be like timed? I mean, it isn't like a normal school. Like in the morning, you would go attend a class, and the potion class, dark arts class. Again, like right now we're just roaming around. Is it like a holiday? Is this like a Sunday, so we can just roam around the college and do stuff, or school? Sorry, but or what? Or like how is the quest and the classes come into this part of the gameplay? How are they laid out?
Grand Central Station.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, you know, it's green over there.
Oh,
some green
wow.
over there, Transfiguration Courtyard, you know, library.
The
strip,
music.
which is kind of a
Wow.
Oh my
of a
god.
lot of the castle.
Even the color, visually.
Look at that.
Okay, green.
Green go that way.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Actually, a lot of
god.
it is subconscious, but
Oh my god.
you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
Wow.
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us here still
Fuck.
get pretty lost in it
It
on a
is a
daily
castle.
basis.
It
It's a
is a-
castle.
I'm just gonna be looking at stuff when I'll be playing this game.
Andrew's,
Goddamn,
definitely
beautiful.
Teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Yeah.
He's got this.
The amount of
great space
effort
over
they
there that's
put
just like,
in.
yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, this is where Malfoy got
Oh my god.
This is another location where the students
turned
can
into a
gather,
fucking weasel.
you know, and just kind of chill out.
And an
And,
opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Okay, so there we go. You have that. A ring around NPCs. I do wonder if I approach the other guys, will they talk, or is it just gonna be they're gonna look into the void and avoid me? You know, pretend I'm not there.
And an
And,
opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Like this
quest
guy.
giver here.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about.
Okay, this is a work in progress, but the audio on the voice, it sounds very echoey. Not that great.
Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years.
So this is
You
just
should
like a
try to catch one.
collectible. Okay,
Why would I do
find
that?
Each
keys.
key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the
All right.
castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
I'll look into it. Ah, I like that.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So those kind of
I
side
hope
quests
you
are
follow
really,
Yeah.
it's a cool way to interact
If you manage to
with
open a
your
cabinet.
fellow students, with perhaps other teachers, with, you know, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's a
in this
little
case,
bit of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the students
Man,
are a way to kind of
look
like-
at them. Look at them. How they appreciate this game. Look at them. Like they look so giddy. They look so happy with what they have created, and you love to see that.
flesh out the school opportunities around it, what we can do, and then those interactions, different interactions with different characters can also offer different
Looks
choice
good.
points for the player.
Looks
and then
good.
some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these
What are you
choice
doing?
points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
Multiple
And
endings.
sometimes it's just about you
I
being
appreciate
a little bit
that.
of a nice
Just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies, but
Okay.
but those opportunities exist for the player.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah,
This is
damn.
Dada, Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Power.
Tower, which this is one of my favorite locations in the castle. Just visually, you come in here and just
Like,
the
the thing is, I'm looking at this and I feel like I'm getting spoiled. I do want to experience all of this on my own. The first time I see it, I want to be wowed. But I feel like I'm spoiling myself by watching this video. But I want to know. I want to know what's up.
richness
It
of
is
this area.
very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was
Gobstone.
hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Interesting.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
I get
And
why
now
people
they're
hate
one of
you.
the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
I would have done the same.
Sounds as if you caused the situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own.
Okay, one more
I
side
don't
quest
think I know the
again.
necessary
I don't really
spells
give.
yet.
Okay.
I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Okay, little brat. So this is again a side quest, a collectible side quest,
I'll
like
see what I
collect
can do.
I'd
gobstones.
appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again.
I really hope they don't clutter the whole game with these kind of side quests, because really people, yeah.
I'll be back to playing Snake Pit
I don't
and
want to see
Jackstone
these
by
too
myself in
many.
no time.
I love that interaction with her because there's so many ways that you can go with that. You can you can feel for
But
her.
yeah, the interaction
You can
was
be a
great.
jerk to her. You can be like, gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean. Like,
Yeah, and your opportunities to be
Ooh.
mean there aren't over. So,
they can
Wow.
that's a good example of the.
Gobstones too. I know people are gonna ask. Gobstones playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And
Wow.
there were calls that we had to make over the course of production.
Looking at the room,
like which
it's
things
wow.
we will and won't include in the bucket. Just kind of for the
Gobstones,
overall health of
Wizard's
the thing.
chess.
Those are things that aren't featured.
Aren't featured.
Yeah.
They're featured within the world. Right?
I'm glad they're mentioned. They're a part of the wizarding world.
Every single time
Part of
there was something that
students'
we regretted because we couldn't include it. We also tried to figure out a way to make sure that it was included in the narrative, included in the stories.
Yeah,
make sure that there's a way to
not
kind of
everything. They can't
acknowledge
do
it, touch it,
everything.
You know, and make it feel like it's
It's
definitely
fine.
part of the world.
It's fine.
And I know here too.
Bro,
we're like,
fuck. The environment looks
I was like,
absolutely
we're
gorgeous.
in this physical
Look at the
game. I
lighting.
recognize that staircase to the
Does this
left.
game have ray tracing?
Andrew's
Because it
walking
looks
by.
fucking.
I also
Ooh,
recognize the
looks so
dragon at
good.
the very top. Oh my gosh.
being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about.
Because I can tell this
how
is
classes
playing
work,
at
because we've gotten a lot of
not
questions
that
about
great
that.
of an
Is it a
FPS.
schedule-based system? Is it
Maybe
tell us
they're-
how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route.
Uh-huh.
So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and you know that kind of thing. Like, can I miss?
So this is exactly what they're.
We've gotten a lot of questions. Classroom. I think this is
I
a
was
good
talking about.
opportunity to talk about how classes work.
Okay.
We've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system?
Mhm.
Is it so tell us how classes work.
Exactly what I was talking
ultimately
about.
decided not to go the sim route. So I think
Okay.
like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day? and
There
that kind of
is a
thing.
day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based.
There you go.
So there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit
Choose
within
between.
that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment.
Okay, let's pause on that. Okay. So they literally answered my question. That makes sense. It would be a little too much. The fact that you can miss classes would be a little annoying because people, when you first get into the game, you're going to be so enthralled by everything. You're going to be looking around. And if there is a day-night cycle, which also is attached to the classes and you're going to be missing a lot of classes, and then you're going to have FOMO, and it's not a good... But it does beg the question, how detailed and how much effort is going to be put on those additional classes? Because there are going to be classes that are attached to the narrative, and they're going to be fun to do. But then the classes in the side mission, they appear as side mission on the map. I guess, how much effort did they put in to make them appealing and fun? So that is something we have to see when we play the game.
Just engage with the world, and maybe down there who's sipping some tea with the
Victorian high
society.
High society.
And it's no wonder you like this area because we built it for like the pure blood.
Oh
and
wow!
the Slytherin.
Fuck! Come on! Are you kidding me?
I've lived in like the sound effects again, the chatter.
Looks
communication,
awesome.
The footsteps, like. It just makes it feel more alive.
Little events like that, the brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom
overhead.
go by. Love that.
Zoom in! I want to see it. Come on, man.
The data tower was one example, but no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be
Again,
a little bit
they
different, and that's
put a
mostly
lot of
for the
effort
player,
into
helping
the
out
art
class,
of
but,
making this game.
This is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders, a name that came from the Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality. And
Awesome.
Personality, I like that, because
Yeah,
it
a
gives,
lot of
it does, like,
character.
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Feels just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind
It seems like we won't be able to interact
I
with
heard
the
something.
NPCs. They're just like going around.
Magic, Mr. Magic himself.
My future poltergeist too.
We talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got his Bowtruckle friend. And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady.
I would
behind
appreciate
The
that.
eyes behind it. That's right.
The third book. But sometimes a hallway has personality by how it looks, or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay.
They're talking about it. That is awesome. They're talking about the things. Oh, okay. The moment you start to recognize like the voices on the community in the community, and you are appreciating and you're talking about the feedback, I know at that moment that okay, they're not doing this in an isolated bubble. They're listening to criticism, even mentioning the fact that, okay, people have criticized our gameplay. Like, there has been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay was been shown so has not had enough out. I take it back.
so far has not had enough owls. Okay.
I take
so
it back.
here we are at the owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a lot of owls at the owlery.
I
All
love
the
the
owls.
I take it back.
Great callback.
I'm gonna shut up.
But no, I also love that as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the.
I thought they were gonna
all those things that I
express,
see
like the
places
people were
that
talking about the
go to
gameplay looks a little, like the combat
love
looks
that.
a little
It's like,
wonky.
oh, that is real.
That lovely Scottish.
Okay.
accent you said.
We're,
I'm dumb.
Kind of closing out our mini tour of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle.
I like
Closing it out
that.
here in the clock
A
tower.
fraction,
So
yes.
another recognizable location, but this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret dueling club, is that the students have put together. Professors
Ooh, that's
definitely know
fun.
about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here.
Who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
Hell yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity.
All right,
to now jump
here we
into
go.
Combat, because
Combat.
really in the game, this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. But for me
Combos.
personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face. Not
Ah.
only that, but over the course of the game, you
Makes
can gain,
sense.
additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
How do you switch between them then?
And so you learn over the course of these events,
Use
how
a
to
D-pad?
juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things, like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust and update those things. And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds.
D-pad,
if you've unlocked
yes.
them.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And that's how you access all those.
Oh man. It looks like we're about to get some action over here.
Yeah. So
Okay,
this
I'm
is
not a
great
big
way to-
fan of like the things. It looks very like mobile game-ish, but completely fine. You need to be able to see what you're doing, and I guess this is the combo, or
learn how
what?
to pull things together,
So you
pull those
Leviosa
combos
right here.
together.
Yeah.
oh, it's just a training thing. I'm dumb. It's probably not gonna be when you're actually doing it. It's just like I'm practicing a combo. All right.
Yo, tap. Awesome.
Okay, I'm just learning. So we have a normal attack, and then we use proper
I'd
spells.
say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
That
I
makes
think better to
sense.
discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a
Okay,
fearsome
so-
challenger now.
Yeah, that
I think now
perfectly
we can,
makes
we
sense.
can
How
take
would
on
you want to play
a
it?
little more challenging
That's
to
great.
shoot back.
Now let's talk about some more features.
It's a really
of,
smart way of doing the combat.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause
I'm
the.
ready.
PS5. It looks great. Imagine how good it would look on the PC too. Jeebers, this
and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay.
Sebastian Sallow, dueling
Here
partner.
You can select if you want to fight with somebody else, some of your classmates. But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of combat.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against 3 people.
Off the jump.
So I can explain this just because I know people are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. So you're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we kind of put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all this control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's going on.
Give us a breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, you know, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown.
So much. I love it.
The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things.
Okay.
If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if
you
tap the
Protego
triangle button by default, then that you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with Protego.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, you know, and you're doing your thing.
I wonder if that is an unlockable, or we can do it. It seems like if we're gonna unlock that ability to like hold and counter attack.
If someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these
combat looks solid.
Here, win this duel.
How fast it is.
Yeah, it's fast paced. I really like that.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies, there's almost like a
long range kung fu. Yeah.
Kind of like there's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance.
That's such a good call.
And there are a lot of
that was great.
A lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat.
Oh, I'm excited.
Capitalize on that idea. That's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Well, perhaps you should try that next time.
The
other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance of winning.
You see the NPCs are just
really
like
have it in for you.
spawning in and out.
You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance of winning.
That guy was glitching.
Or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
All right.
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
That was good. The combat seems solid, and it has a rhythm to it.
I'll wrap it up for us for now, for what we wanted to show you. Character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future. Maybe
Flying.
You know, so leaving the castle.
Yes, show me how to fly. I want to fly. Come on. God damn.
More owls confirmed.
It does feel like a lived-in world.
Yes, all of the owls.
Wow.
But yeah, just heading out here.
So
again,
pretty.
To show you like from Hogwarts
to
the world beyond Hogwarts.
Wow.
Oh man.
This is not somewhere where we're going today, but
ooh,
we will definitely
the grass has physics too. So much attention to detail. I love it.
A glimpse at the scale of the castle back there.
Wow.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything.
Okay. All right, so that was my reaction to the gameplay showcase, and so far I am really excited and I'm really happy. This looks awesome. The first of all, the environment design, you can literally see how much love they have put in. It looks absolutely beautiful, and my concerns for the gameplay have been quelled a little bit. The gameplay looks very fluid and it looks very fast, and I appreciate that. That looks great. The quest system, I was always wondering how the classes are gonna be. So it's more narrative based, which is a little disappointing. I would have liked the Sims type, just wake up and do your thing, and but then it gets difficult to merge the narrative and main story with the whole thing, because it's difficult. It's very hard to do, and I think they made the correct choice. But then again, the side quests and the classes that are not in the main narrative, the quality, it should be at least at par with the main story quests. So we'll see how it works. We haven't seen the open world traversal when it comes to outside Hogwarts. It's fine, but the main things, the attention to detail is really good. So I have seen the first trailers that they came out, and they looked really good, but there was always a nagging feeling in my head that, is this too good to be true? Come on, you're promising us so many things. You're talking like you could see that they love the material, but loving it and delivering a product is very different. But seems like they have nailed the feeling, and God, the scale, the sense of scale and the immersion is there. The hood, it is, you can change it, you can manipulate it, and you can get immersed in it. It seems like they care, and that's the right step. So far we have seen so many games that we loved, like the famous IPs, and they're just ruining them. And now it feels like there is somebody who actually cares, and they should, because this is a big deal. Harry Potter is a big deal, and if they get this wrong, it's gonna be a bloodbath. But it seems like they are at the right path, and it looks absolutely beautiful. This looks great. I can't wait. Hopefully they come out with more stuff. I said I'm not gonna react to it. I'm gonna do it. I want to see like the open world traversal, and now I feel like Quidditch should have been there, because this looks way too good. And with Quidditch as a game, like a side game, it would be so much fun. But I get it. You can't just put everything, because okay, this looks great, but you have to remember, keep your expectations low. There might be issues. Like, there already have been controversies, especially with the collector's edition, and there being the Felix Felici potion exclusive to PlayStation. That stuff, I don't really care. There's a quest that is exclusive to PS5. It is shitty. It's a little shitty, but hey, if they're partnering, I don't know if they're partnered with Sony, but it seems like it. If they're doing it, of course, it's business. You need some benefits, It's fine. The game has to be good. Of course, it sucks that you don't get a quest, but it's just one quest, so come on, it's not that big of a deal. But keep your expectations low. There might be issues like on day one, but so far what we have seen, this seems to be one of the better adaptations of a big franchise in a video game, and I can't wait to play it, and I can't wait to see more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.